Well, it's Jill here again for Green Bay, and it's the good news spot, where my aim is to promote as much good news as I can muster. I have a varied interest in most things. Mainly I can be seen out and about walking and cycling in Buchan. I'm lucky I have a car, so I can travel further afield in Aberdeenshire and in Scotland, seeing the wealth of natural beauty and history that we have. Well, the good news of today. Well, indeed, our history goes back to the year dot, when nobody could even write or had a way to pass on anything of that time that they lived in and their experience there. Well, right, okay. Standing stones. You couldn't get any more ancient a symbol than standing stones. Indeed, was one such mark. And whatever your knowledge is of standing stones, well, to me, basically they are a reminder of the people of ancient times who were saying, simply perhaps, we want to be remembered for who we are and what they stood for. Well, the good news is that in the south of England, there is Stonehenge. And in North Lewis, there's Cullinesh and the Outer Hebrides. Well, you know what? We've got our own stone circles here in Buchan, Aberdeenshire. You know what? Same concept. Muckle steens rising fae the grun, dominating the landscape. Now, that's good news. Stone circles in Buchan. Well, we know of 3 of them. First one we're visiting today is Aikey Brae, stone circle, just over there. And there too, we'll let you see in a minute. What are stone circles? What relevance are they to here in Buchan today? What relevance were they when they were built? Who built them? What are they? Are these questions? Well, we just had to dig a bit deeper. These little adventures, sometimes they actually bring you back in time. Well, in amongst the stones here at Aikey Brae, the stone circle, if you peep through there, you will see the actual site of Aikey Brae. Well, we think this is Aikey Brae, and what a view! And from the new walkway at Aikey, the distance there amongst the trees is the ruins of Deer Abbey. Beyond that is Pitfour. In the outdoors here, just listening to the wind funnel round the trees. Well, we've diverted off from Aikey Stone Circle just to have a few words, because sometimes if you're in the top of a hill and the wind's blowing, well, all the camera will pick up is the sound of the wind whooshing. So it's nice to take a wee bit of shelter like this in amongst the trees. It also reminds me about getting back to grassroots and just settling down here amidst nature. Anyway, Aikey. Right, Aikey Brae was the site of a fair. It was called Aikey Fair. It was a fair where travelling people from round about would have gathered once a year, and they would have bought and sold horses, traditionally. Later it became a fair for more like families to come and entertainment. And I remember as a bairn, oh gosh, that was a while ago, well, that would have been about 50 years ago and more, that coming to Aikey Fair once a year with my dad. We worked in a farm, and the treat was, if you got all your farm jobs done, you got to Aikey Fair. It was like Christmas. And this is why I just love Buchan. Fae the countryside back to the seaside. Oh my bonny, 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 bonny Buchan. The all horse troch. Not many folk out there will ken what a horse trough was used for. This is the most exciting of the stone circles in Buchan, Louden stone circle. To date we haven't found it. We've searched it for many months, but it's so well hidden, we're going to try again today. And when all else fails, we have to follow our nose. The only thing about following your nose is you come upon this little trail which seems to get narrower and narrower, and I'm getting more and more into the thicket of the forest. Oh God. Right. Sometimes it could be a wild goose chase. Anyway, keep tuned in and let's see where this is going to take us. A wild goose chase, that one, that path, onto the little man-made road again. Let's see if we can find it this time. If all else fails, which it has on this occasion, we have to consult the map on a nap. And I think it's in here somewhere. Wow. Now we're going into the thicket of things, into the lost world of Louden Wood. And as the forest draws us in, it's getting darker and darker. So dense here, we could get lost, so we're going to have to leave a marker so that we know our way back. It's ingenious Steve, the arrow back.
But he learned something in the Girl Guide.
He was in the Girl Guide, you know. I think it's somewhere there to the left. Here we go. And here in a clearing in the wood, where only by persistence that you would find it, Louden Stone Circle. Well, we are so excited. We have found the lost Louden Wood Stone Circle. It's taken us a long time to find it, but we're just absolutely delighted. It's in the middle of nowhere. Not many people have found it, but as you see from Aikey Brae, it's got the same two flankers
and one recumbent stone.
And where I'm sitting on is the recumbent stone. So it's exactly the same setup as all the stone circles in the northeast. So the only difference with this stone circle, as you can see, that the flankered stone has actually fallen down at the end of the encumbrant stone. Well, we've walked for miles to get to this stone circle. We're so excited that we have done it. It's I don't think in words can describe what we're seeing here actually. And to think that we're away to have our piece here, our little lunch break, to think that, you know, centuries and centuries ago, people were here. They erected these stones, you know, they sat, and it's amazing to think why these stones were here. That's for you to find out and for me to find out. The energy's still there. You just need to sit quietly and tune into it. Well, there are various theories of why these magnificent stone circles were built, and in fact it's quite credible when you think that man erected that size of a stone. How he got it out of the ground and got it upright and got it to stay upright is quite incredible. Most stone circles that we believe are sit on top of a hill. Well, this one at Louden Wood is an exception because it's quite flat here, flat-ish, but it's certainly not on top of a big hill, where you'd think that maybe people would be able to see the lay of the land. Another theory, I think probably for stone circles, is that it was a place to worship the elements, to worship the sun, the moon, the stars, these things that amazed early man. Although the folk sitting here thousands of years ago certainly wouldn't have been sitting munching into a Snicker bar. And this is the magic of this place. This reminds me on the amount of trees that's being chopped down in the Amazon rainforest. The Amazon rainforest provides oxygen. It's the lungs of the earth. And now to the third stone circle. Well, Buchan is a large expanse of land and you just can't get everywhere on foot. So sometimes you're going to hop in the car and just motor there. Of course, it's Strichen. The one, yes, the last one, and it's signposted. Strichen Stone Circle. Beautiful wildflowers. Good Lord. God, it's at a different path. I've got to feel like one of these explorers. And it's quite intriguing because the approach road to all three of the stone circles are completely different. What I love about this one though is the hedgerow. Well, the good thing about these three stone circles of Buchan is you can actually get to all three of them in one afternoon, either by bicycle or by car. Well, highways, byways, paths and grass parks we tread. There on the approach is Strichen Stone Circle. Buchan is also famous for being land of the big sky, and you can see why. Oh, here we go, beautiful, and the rain's coming on. It's going to be a downpour. Dramatic though, dramatic. Don't find one little gem in Buchan, you find several, because an eye shot of the stone circle here at Strichen is the remains of Strichen Country House. The fascinating thing about these stone circles is that they have been left to their own devices for centuries. Well, tune in again next week for some more good news. And you can fit, I just go where the wind takes me.